Mike Summers from Ohio was feeling pretty good about his decision to go solar. He had just had 19 solar panels and a shiny new battery installed on his roof in April of 2025. The total cost? $39,000. Sure, it was a chunk of change, but with a $10,000 tax credit, it felt like a smart investment. Little did Mike know, he'd dodged a bullet. You see, the price of solar panels in the US is going up, like a rocket, blasting off into space. And unfortunately for folks who missed the launch window like Mike, going solar is about to get a whole lot more expensive. But why? What's causing this surge in solar costs? Well, to understand that, we need to travel halfway across the globe to China. China, the world's manufacturing powerhouse, has a firm grip on the solar industry. We're talking about a whopping 80% control over the production of solar panel components. That includes everything from the silicon that makes up the panels to the glass that covers them. China's also got a lock on the critical minerals and electronics needed for solar technology. They've become the go-to source for solar equipment worldwide. So when it comes to solar, China is the big kid on the block. And like it or not, the US relies heavily on Chinese imports to meet its solar energy goals, but this reliance comes with a cost, especially when trade tensions start to rise. Remember those trade wars everyone was talking about a few years back? Well, they're back, and this time solar energy is caught in the crossfire. The US has slapped hefty tariffs on Chinese imports, including solar panels and components. We're talking about a 145% tariff on most Chinese goods. That's a steep price to pay for sunshine. China, not one to back down from a trade scuffle, has retaliated with its own tariffs on US goods. It's a classic case of an eye for an eye, but in this case it's hurting both sides, especially when it comes to solar energy. These tariffs might sound good on paper, protecting American jobs and all that jazz. But in reality, they're driving up the cost of solar energy for everyone. Think of it like this. When you put a tariff on Chinese solar panels, it's like putting a tax on sunshine itself. And guess who ends up footing the bill? That's right, everyday Americans like you and me. These tariffs are like a double whammy for the US solar industry. Not only do they make imported solar panels more expensive, but they also drive up the cost of US-made components. With increased demand for domestic products, US manufacturers are raising their prices too. It's a classic case of supply and demand, and unfortunately consumers are feeling the heat.